Today I want to tell you the story. Today I am sharing. How's it going, everybody? Hey guys, it's Farmer Nabil. Alright, so I've done several takes, and my plan originally was to share with you all of the details of my hydroponic experience, but I really don't think that you guys would be interested in all of it. So if you guys have specific questions, feel free to let me know what they are in the comments below, and I'd be happy to address those individually. But today I'm going to mainly focus on how I got started in hydroponics, and then why I ended up leaving the business and selling it off. So to start with the motivation as to why I got into hydroponics, it all really started when I was a student at the University of Michigan. I decided to go vegetarian and give up meat, and this was mainly out of the interest of living a more healthy lifestyle, but also trying to reduce my carbon footprint. When I became a vegetarian, I started to pay more attention to how my food was produced and where it was coming from, and this is where I got interested in local food systems and urban farming. What really put me over the edge to want to start my own business in hydroponic farming was after graduating, I met a farming family in Cambodia on my backpacking trip, and they were using hydroponics to feed their village that was on a completely remote island without any water or electricity. So when I got back from this trip, I started to research a lot about hydroponic farming and eventually stumbled upon the leafy green machine, which is a upcycled shipping container farm that is produced by a company called Freight Farms in Boston, Massachusetts. I ended up purchasing this leafy green machine and landed it in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where I was living and working at the time. I started this as a business, so I crunched all the numbers, I marketed this business to the local community, and I started selling fresh, local, year-round lettuce, kale, and other herbs. And it was really fun to start doing this and being engaged in the community in this way. But it was also a lot of hard work. It was an awesome experience being able to grow lettuce and other vegetables for the local community. I was selling my greens to some of the biggest restaurants on Main Street. I had a subscription service that allowed me to connect directly with my consumers, and I even got to sell face-to-face at the local farmers markets. But all of this had to come to an end when I started to realize that I just wasn't making enough money to sustain this business long term, and it wasn't aligning with my long-term goals as an individual. I was nearing my late 20s where I started to feel like I needed to travel more and experience life outside of Michigan. So being locked down by the farm and having to manage it on a day-to-day basis was simply just too much for me to handle at the time. So I decided that I needed to sell the farm, and I went through and found some potential buyers and eventually found the right one, a young guy like myself who was based in the Cayman Islands, and we worked out a deal where I was able to sell the farm to him, and the farm went off on its way down to the islands. So that's my story of the farm. Thank you for tuning into this video and watching it all the way through. I hope that you enjoyed learning more about my hydroponic farming experience. If you want to see and learn more about it, please let me know in the comments below so I can make more videos like this. See you in the next video next week.